So today we will start with let's start our first topic with math physics, and in math physics we will choose the topic matrices. So first class, before starting let us describe what is matrix or what we say as matrices. These are rectangular array of number of uh, these are rectangular array of numbers, symbols, or say equations, expressions, etc. Now what do you mean by matrix? That we have denoted this by square bracket. So here we will write the elements, the matrix, which there will be number, symbol, equation, expressions, anything. Each will be a element. This is row number and this is column number. So for row we will denote it by I, and for column we will denote it by J. So these all are the elements we can say as Aij. Clear? So now let us write any certain matrix for a clear understanding. Let it be 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I say give me the element A21, so what will be that? 2 means index I, 1 means index j, and for I we know we have to go through row wise, and for column we will have j, means for j we have to go column wise. Great. So for I we have given 2, so we will skip this part, that is the first row will be skipped, as in we are given as A21, so we will have to go through the second row. This row is eliminated, so for 2 A21, but here also we have two elements, so but the element is certain A21 we are asking for. So now we will check for the j value 1. So for j1 we have 3, so my A21 will be equal to 3. Clear? Now let's see order of the matrix. How we will see the order of the matrix? What do you mean by it? That let's say if I say you 2 cross 2 matrix. So 2 cross 2 means row number by column number. This we pronounce it as 2 by 2 matrix. 2. So order we will write over here 2 by 2. So 2 row and 2 column. So 1 row and 2 row, and 2 column means 1 column and second column. So we will have 4 elements in total. This is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Now if I say 2 cross 3 matrix, so this will be the row number and this will be the column number. So 2 row, 1 and 2, and 3 columns, 1, 2 and 3. So we will write the elements, it will be better to understand also. So this will be A11. For the first row we will have first row element and all the column elements A12 and A13, and for similarly for second row A21, A22 and A23. So we will have 2 by 3 matrix. You can have any other. So quickly we will see what do you mean by matrix addition. For matrix addition or subtraction, what is the need or what is the condition? It will be the order of the matrices which you will add or subtract must be same. What do we understand by this? We understand that order of the matrices must be same. So a 2 cross 2 matrix can be added or subtracted by only 2 cross 2 matrix, means the order of the matrix must be 2 cross 2 by 2 cross 2. You can have 3 cross 3 by 3 cross 3. You can have 2 cross 3 by 2 cross 3, means the order of the matrix must be same. So now we will see matrix multiplication. Same wise we will see the condition. What is it? So here we have something different. Let we have 2 cross 3 matrix multiplied by, let it be matrix A multiplied by some matrix 3 cross 4. So is it possible? Yes, it is. Let this matrix be B. So A into B is possible, because what? So A matrix, let us say that 2 cross 3, we will say that n matrix, m by n order, and for B matrix, for this we will denote it as P by Q. So the necessary condition will be this n must be equal to P. If this is satisfied, then matrix multiplication is possible, or else not. Let's for example, if we have something by the order 2 cross 2 multiplied by something order of the order 3 cross 3, if I ask you that whether this matrix multiplication is possible or not, so it's not possible, as this and this are different. So for matrix multiplication we have to look whether m cross n and p cross q, here we have 2 cross 3 and 3 cross 4, if n is equal to p, then matrix multiplication is possible, or else matrix multiplication is not possible. So let us discuss now some types of matrices, as in we can name that particular type of matrix as, let us say first by square matrix. So if we have m cross n order matrix, that will not be possible. M must be equal to n, then this is square matrix, that is number of rows must be equal to number of columns. Then second, diagonal matrix. So here Aij equal to 0 for all I not equal to j. So if I have over here 2 cross 2 matrix, let me write some variables like elements. So I not equal to j, for here A11, A22, but here A12 and A21. So here I not equal to j and I not equal to j, so both A21 and A12 must be equal to 0, but A11 and A22 is possible. So here we will have A11 0 0 A22. This is diagonal matrix. Great. Now we will have scalar matrix. What do you mean by scalar matrix? Aij equal to 0 for I not equal to j, the same condition, but Aii is equal to same for all I. What do you mean by this? That similarly these elements, this both, for a 2 cross 2 matrix, both of these elements will be 0, we can write it as 0 and 0, but Aii for is same for all I, means here we will have the, sorry, Aij we will have to write Aij, for this will be A11 and A22, wait for a second, this we can write it as Aii, Say why? Because for I not equal to j, aij is equal to 0. So j will equal to I, means 1 1 or 2 2 for so we have aij is equal to same for all I, which is equal to aii, as j will be equal to I for the non for these diagonal elements. So a11, here I is equal to 1 and here I is equal to 2, but for all these elements, for all this row number, we will have the same element. Let us say as a. So it will reduce as a00a, means a11 is equal to a22 is equal to so on. We will have the same diagonal elements. Great. Now let us see what do you mean by identity matrix. Identity matrix. Aij is equal to 0 for all I not equal to j, and aii is equal to 1 for all I, means the same condition of this, that is 0 and 0, and the same condition of this also, that we will have the same element, but the diagonal elements now will reduce to be 1, that is unity. This is called the identity matrix, sorry. So now if we say, what do you mean by row matrix, where we will have only one row, no column, a, b and c, let us say. And what do you mean by column matrix? We will have only one column, that is a, b and c. Here you can say we have 3 rows, but under this row there are no other elements, only one column, so it is called as column matrix. So let us now read what do you mean by null matrix. Null matrix means all the elements of the matrix is 0 for all ij, that is 0 0 0 and 0. Now what do you mean by upper triangular matrix? Upper triangular matrix. So here aij is equal to 0 for all I greater than j. What do you mean by that? Greater than. So this will be 1 2 3. Let us take 3 by 3 matrix. So 1 2 3, this will be a11, a22, a33, and this will be a21, a31, a32, a12, a13 and a23. So here for which all elements we can see that I is greater than 0. If we see for these 3 elements, we have I greater than j. Sorry, I said I greater than 0, but it will be I greater than j. So for all these elements, these 3 elements will reduce to 0 and all these elements will exist. So it will be something 0 0 and 0, and same wise a22, a11, a12, a13, a23 and a33. So what we are left with an upper triangle, so we name it as upper triangular matrix. Similarly for lower triangular matrix, what we can say, aij equal to 0 for all I less than j. So if we see from here, what will be eliminated? I less than j. For what, which elements we have I less than j? For these three elements we have I less than j. So it will be reduced to the upper elements will be 0 and the others will exist. So 0, 0 and 0. So we will get a lower triangular matrix. So is the name. Now what do you mean by periodic matrix? Let us say a square matrix A for which A k plus 1 is equal to A, where k is some real number. This is a periodic matrix of period k. So for the, let us say a matrix A 5 is equal to A. If we multiply A by a to the power 4, means A into A into A into A into A, which will be equal to the initial matrix, that is A, then what is the what you will say, this is of period, so this will be A 4 plus 1 is equal to A, so k here is equal to 4, therefore A is periodic matrix of period 4. Understood? Now let us see next, idempotent matrix. These are easy. Once we practice, it will be easy to remember. So here A square is equal to A. For this we say it as idempotent matrix. Say what is the, this matrix is of period A1 plus 1 is equal to A. So here k is equal to 1, therefore this matrix has period 1. Done. Now nilpotent matrix. What do you mean by nilpotent? Here A to the power p is equal to 0. This is a matrix which we say as nilpotent matrix, and this is the index p. For an important note, we can say, which we will discuss later, but determinant, we must know this. Determinant is equal to the product of diagonal elements, and trace is the sum of diagonal elements. So in nilpotent matrix we will have both trace and determinant always equal to 0. This is the condition. We will have that. Let us say a 2 cross 2 matrix A. So we will have 0, 0, and one other element must be 0. Let us say here 0 and 1. Now if we do it, that A square, let us say it's square. So what will be that? 0 0 1 0 multiplied by 0 0 1 0. What you will get? 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 and 0 0 0 and 0 0. So it is always equal to 0. That is a null matrix. Now let us discuss involuntary matrix. Involuntary matrix, not involuntary, sorry for that. Involuntary matrix, it will have A square is equal to I, that is this will be equal to, for 2 cross 2 matrix we will have an identity matrix which will be equal to this. And as we know, A inverse is equal to identity matrix, and here we have written A square is equal to identity matrix, which means A into A is equal to identity matrix. So we can conclude from here that it is a self inverse matrix. This is a condition of involutory matrix, that is a self inverse matrix. Trace of the matrix, I said it before only, it will be equal to the sum of diagonal elements. So if we have a long square matrix, or say a rectangular matrix also, then for the diagonal elements, that is for which I, that is Aij, for I equal to j, this will be added for I equal to j, summation over that will be equal to a trace. One important property, from this we have questions in previous year, we will discuss that later, but I can say you that trace of A, B, C, D, this all are matrices A, B and C and D, so this will be equal to trace of, we will go cyclically, B, C, D, A, which is equal to trace of C, D, A, B, which is equal to trace of D, A, B, C. This question once appeared in exam, only this much knowledge can give you good marks, means not this much knowledge, but you have the proper knowledge of that. Now what you know about transpose of matrix. So let us say A is a matrix. How we denote a transpose symbol? So A transpose, capital T over its head, like in right T, capital T. So let us say we have a 3 cross 2 matrix, something, we will give numbers also, A, B, C, D, E and F, the alphabets. So now if we say this is A equal to this, so A transpose will be equal to, simply we have to interchange the rows and columns. So it will be the row, this is the row, this will become the first column, that is A, B, and this will become the second column C and D, and this row will become the third column, that is E and F. So now what we have, 2 by 3 matrix, so the order also gets reversed. This is the transpose of a matrix. So let us see what it follows. For suppose A transpose whole transpose will give you the same matrix. If you do transpose of this, the row will become column, that is this, and the row will become column, that you will give the initial matrix. And if you see the product of A and B whole transpose, this will not be equal to A transpose B transpose, it will be we have to do it reverse, it will get reversed, that is B transpose and A transpose. And now what we say, we will discuss transpose. You get to know that A transpose is the transpose of A. Transpose conjugate, this is denoted by A and we call it as dagger, something like plus sign. Okay, what does this mean? This is A transpose and its conjugate. So transpose then conjugate, transpose conjugate. Okay, let us say conjugate for real numbers is the real number only, but let us say we will give some numbers, 2, 3i, 4, 5, I, 6. So first we have to do transpose, and then we will not give square bracket, it will be confusing. Then we will do conjugate. So what will we get? Doing the transpose, what we will get? 2 3i, 4 5, and I and 6 rows interchanged by column. But now we have conjugate, so what we will get? 2, this will be minus 3i, this will be 4, this will be 5, this will be minus I, and this will be 6, because the real number is conjugate of itself only, but imaginary numbers will get reversed, that is the sign will change. So we will discuss the properties of transpose conjugate. What we have, so similarly as transpose only, you will have a dagger by dagger, it will give you the initial matrix. And the second property is also same as transpose, that is a b whole dagger will be equal to b dagger and a dagger. That is transpose conjugate of b dagger, then you will that will be multiplied with the transpose conjugate of a matrix. Now let us say we will see what is symmetric matrix. Here A transpose will be equal to A, that is Aij is equal to Aji. So for 2 cross 2 matrix we will write A11, A12, A21 and A22. You have written Aij equal to Aji, so Aij is equal to Aji. So A12 must be equal to A21, and this, so we have only one element, that is A11, so it will be unique for each and every element. So A12 is equal to A21. So we will have, let us say A, B, and these two elements must be the similar element, that is C and C. So we have one formula, number of independent components of a n cross n symmetric matrix is equal to half to n into n plus 1. So this is a 2 cross 2 matrix, we will apply it over here. So number of independent components must be half into 2 into 3, so 3. Look, we have independent components A, B and C, 3 only. Let us see for a 3 cross 3 matrix, the diagonal elements, let it be A, B, C. Now we will write A, B, C, D, E and F. Now this is what 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. So this element is A12. So A21 must be same. This is A21. So this must be D. This is what? A13. So A31 must be same. This is that E. And for F, 2 by 3. So 3 by 2 means A32 must be same. That is F. Here we have independent components must be half into 3 means n into n plus 1 must be 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So number of independent components can be calculated by looking at the order only, that we will have how many number of independent components in a symmetric square symmetric matrix. Now we will see skew symmetric, that is we can say it is anti-symmetric matrix. So here A transpose will be equal to minus A. that is Aij is equal to minus Aji. So A transpose will be equal to minus A, that is Aij will be equal to A minus Ji. So for clarity we will take one matrix, let us say 1 B C, let us say A B C D E F, and this we will take minus B minus C minus E. Okay, so this transpose will be equal to A B C minus B D E minus C minus E F. So is it equal to minus A? If A is this, no, we will have problem with these three elements. This will not change their sign while transpose. So all the diagonal elements that is principal diagonal elements must be 0. So if we reduce it to 0, we will have 0 minus B minus C 0, sorry, B 0 minus E, C is 0. And for A matrix we would have this. So now is it minus of A? Yes, it is. So the problem is solved if we take the diagonal, principal diagonal elements as 0. Always it will be 0. So for skew symmetric matrix, now we will calculate the number of independent components. Independent components. So it will be half into n minus 1. So let us say for 2 cross 2 matrix it must have 2 and 1, so it must have only one individual independent component. That will be simple, no? 0 A and it will be minus A. So the independent component number is only 1. For 3 cross 3 matrix we will have principal diagonal element will be always be 0. So A, B, C. So it will be minus A, minus B and minus C. You can calculate it, half into 3 into 2, so 3, and we have 3 independent components. So calculating independent component is easy. And we shall study one important property, that every square matrix can be written as, let us say A is a square matrix, it can always be written as half of A plus A transpose plus half of A minus A transpose. This is an important formula, you can check it. Every square matrix can be written in this form. Now we will see one more property, that if A and B are symmetric matrix, then A will be symmetric if and only if A and B commute. What do you mean by commute? That is AB must be equal to BA. That is, this we called as commutator bracket. So AB minus BA must be equal to 0. This is the property. If AB is symmetric, then AB will be symmetric if and only if AB commute. That is, AB is equal to minus AB is equal to BA, sorry. Now we will see some other matrices, that is Hermitian matrix. What do you mean by Hermitian matrix? That is A transpose conjugate must be equal to the initial matrix. It is Aij is equal to, first we have done transpose and then conjugate. This must be the condition. Therefore A will be equal to A, B, C, and say D, E and F. So these three will be transpose conjugate, means conjugate. Aij must be equal to Aji star. So Aij will be equal to Aji star, Aji star and Aji star. This will be an Hermitian matrix, and the principal diagonal elements must always be real, or else there will be problem. You can check that diagonal elements must be real, and the minimum number of real numbers, that is real elements, in an n cross n Hermitian matrix is n. This is a 3 cross 3 matrix. This all can be imaginary, but you have to take all this as real numbers. So the minimum number is 3. So minimum real elements for n cross n matrix will be equal to n. That is, for 3 cross 3 matrix it is 3. That is, the principal diagonal elements must be real numbers. And for skew Hermitian, that is anti-Hermitian only. Skew Hermitian matrix, we have A dagger is equal to minus A. That is, Aij is equal to minus Aji star. So we can write it simply as A, B, C and D, E and F, and D star, E star, F star. It is Hermitian. Minus Hermitian means, and skew Hermitian, we will add a minus. Now, as we have said that this must be always be real, and here condition is the principal diagonal elements must be zero or purely imaginary. What do you mean by purely imaginary? That is I, 2i, 3i, likewise, or minus I, minus 2i, minus 3i. This must be purely imaginary. And here the minimum number of real elements, there is no necessary condition that a real element must be present in a skew Hermitian matrix. So minimum number of real elements is 0. That is not necessary, it can have, but minimum means it is not necessary. If we see, if A is Hermitian matrix, then Ia and minus Ia will be anti-Hermitian, and the scalar product, if A is Hermitian, then Ka will also be Hermitian matrix. Okay. What do you mean by singular matrix? For which determinant will always be 0, and non-singular matrix determinant not equal to 0. Now what do you mean by adjoint of matrix? Transpose of cofactor matrix. Let us say we have A matrix, that is A11, A12, A13, A21, A31, A22, A32, A23 and A33. So adjoint A will be equal to C11, C12. Adjoint A will be transpose of cofactor matrix. So we will do the transpose of this. Okay, C12, C13, C21, C31, C22, C32, C23, C33 and whole transpose. So by transposing we will get C11, C21, C31, C12, C13, C22, C32, C23 and C33. This will be the adjoint A matrix. Now what do you mean by C11? I will do 2 to 3 cofactor terms, then you can get. So cofactor C11, for calculating this you must overshadow first row, means the corresponding row and the corresponding column. So if we do likewise, now you have to multiply this by this, minus of this into this minus this of this. Like you have to calculate the determinant of this submatrix. So what you will get? A22, A23, A32, A33 determinant. What you will get? A22 into A33 minus A23 into A32. This is the cofactor term C11. Now let us say some other cofactor term we will calculate. Let us calculate some other non-diagonal. Let us calculate C32. C32 means this is the corresponding element. So we will cover the corresponding row. Now the corresponding column. What we are left with? The 4 elements, this and this. So we will write it simply, that we have for C32 we have A11, A13, A21 and A23. So calculate the determinant. Likewise you can calculate each and every cofactor by covering the corresponding row and the corresponding column. Corresponding row, corresponding column. Each and every cofactor term you can calculate very easily. Now I will write down 2 important properties of adjoint, that is adjoint of a matrix into a matrix will be equal to A into adjoint of a matrix, which is equal to determinant of A into identity matrix of the order of the matrix. Suppose we have n cross n matrix, so identity matrix will be of order in. So for 3 cross 3 matrix we will have I3, that must be equal to 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 0. So 3 cross 3. For 3 cross 3 matrix we will have identity element I3, that will be equal to this. This is an important property. And one other property we will discuss, that is, you can check it. Now for any square matrix, let us say A of order n, that is n cross n matrix, having determinant m, any real number, we will have adjoint of A equal to determinant to the power order minus 1. This is also an important property we must remember. This we have to apply in lot of problems. Remembering these properties can help us solve a lot of problems in a one go and easily. Now we will discuss inverse of matrix. So now we have discussed adjoint of a matrix. So inverse of a matrix. So A inverse will be equal to simply adjoint A by determinant of A. This is the inverse of matrix. And as similar as transpose, if we have A, B, C whole inverse, we will have C inverse into B inverse into A inverse individually. So we will discuss only two more types of matrix. Number one, orthogonal matrix. A multiplied by A transpose will be equal to A transpose into A, which will be equal to identity. And properties of orthogonal matrix we will discuss, that is determinant will be equal to +1 or -1, either of it. A transpose will be equal to A inverse. You can see from here only, as it is an identity. Each row and column will be a normalized vector. If A and B, two different matrices, are orthogonal matrix, then AB and BA will always be orthogonal. Done. Only one topic we will discuss more, that is unitary matrix. That's it for today. Unitary matrix, as the name itself suggests, unitary. So same, we will have A and conjugate transpose will be equal to A conjugate transpose of A will be equal to identity, and A conjugate transpose conjugate will be equal to A inverse. Similarly, here also each row and each column will be normalized vector, and if A and B are unitary, then AB and BA will always be unitary. This is also seen as orthogonal. So that's it for today. Thank you.